Good morning, Freedom High School. I'm Tegan Ryan.
I'm Catherine Schiffer, and this is your news for the week of March 20th.
Catherine, do you like to read books?
Occasionally. My favorite book is A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. How about you?
My favorite is Harry Potter, so make sure and go and read a book because today is National Bibliomania Day. Bibliomania Day is the obsession with collecting and reading books. So if you like reading books, make sure to go and check out the Reading Club's book carts around the school.
Very cool. This definitely gets me more interested in reading.
Early dismissal will be on Wednesday at 11 a.m., so please expect a shortened day and mark your calendars so you don't forget.
The Freedom Patriot Band will be holding auditions for next year's drumline on Thursday, March 23rd after school. If interested, please see Mr. Moran in room 406, the band room, to get an audition packet. They are also looking for new members in all sections. See Mr. Moran to find out how to join one of the best bands in the Lehigh Valley.
NHS will be creating cancer care packages. They need your help with donations that will then be distributed to 4 local cancer infusion centers. They are collecting donations until April 5th. Donation boxes are held in Office 101 and the faculty mailroom. This year at graduation, each senior will have his or her own slide projected with a senior picture and accomplishments or awards listed. On March 20th to the 22nd, our yearbook staff will be taking pictures of those 170 students to be included at graduation. If you do not already have a Christmas City picture and you do not get your picture taken on March 20th to the 22nd, your picture will not be included on your graduation slide.
Speaking of graduation, any senior with a 3.5 GPA is eligible to try out for the student and faculty chosen graduation speakers position. There will be an informational assembly about this opportunity on Tuesday, and your form of interest is due to the main office by Thursday, March 30th.
Seniors, we would like to include all of you in this year's senior issue of the Freedom Forum, a special magazine that will come out at the end of the year. Go to www.tinyurl.com/FHSSeniors2023 to let us know who you are.
One more announcement for seniors. Please make sure you have the required 60 community service hours. These hours are required in order to graduate from high school and earn a cap and gown. Also, if you want to receive a silver cord, you must have at least 135 hours. The deadline for seniors is on April 15th. However, underclassmen will still be eligible to earn their hours. Here are some of the community service opportunities you can get involved in.
Now let's head over to Ismar, who's doing an interview with Freedom's debate team.
Thank you, Tegan. The debate team here at Freedom High School competes every fall with schools like Liberty, Nazareth, Northampton, Bethlehem Catholic, and Easton. Freedom has gone to finals every year since 2017.
So last year's competition went fairly well for the Freedom debate team. We were able to make it to finals last year. We had very solid speakers and questioners overall in our team, and I feel like we have a really, really good chance this year of getting to finals again.
The debate topics are determined by the National Speech and Debate Association.
Last fall, we talked about whether or not the USA should invest in NATO in certain aspects of NATO.
Our topic for the next fall debate season is whether or not the United States federal government should start fiscal redistribution to help close the wealth gap in the United States.
Each year, students learn skills like researching, public speaking, persuasion, and cross-examination.
So students should join debate because you get to learn a lot of really great public speaking skills, and you can also learn a lot about different world issues and government topics going on in the world, and there's a lot of benefits from being on the debate team, and it's a lot of fun.
Colleges love to see that you participated on an academic team while you were in high school, and also you get to develop your public speaking skills, and so you can become less of stage fright and things like that.
We had a lot of new debaters last season, and everybody did really well, but we also had some seniors leave, so we need new people on the team for for speaking as well as observing, and you get to leave school for 3 blocks for once a week for 5 weeks in the fall, and you get pizza after, so that's fun.
The debate team has been a part of Freedom for many years, even winning a trophy in 2007.
Well, for me, debate was a lot of fun and I got a lot of benefits out of it. One being the fact that my public speaking ability improved a lot and I got to meet a lot of new friends. And I think also learning about the US, like the country you live in, is very important. So there's a lot of other things too, but those are like the main ones for me. Also, like when we go to the debate meetings, we get to compete against like our other schools, like the rival schools we compete against for sports and other things like that.
A special thanks to Michael Laura, Dan Pham, Eliza Moore, Danya Muniz, and George Botros for taking the time to answer our questions and giving us some insight on what it's like to be a part of the Freedom Debate Team. Remember guys, it's never too late to get involved and join teams and other groups. Back to you, Catherine and Tegan.
Thanks, Ismar. The debate team will be holding a meeting on Tuesday in room 602, and they are looking for more people to join. So students, please make sure to get involved. No clubs will be occurring on Wednesday due to there being a half day. Otherwise, the rest of the schedule should be going on this week. Please check with your advisor if there are any changes.
We have a lot of bake sales going on in the upcoming days. Today and tomorrow, Angel 34 is holding a bake sale at all lunches. All items are $1.
Later this week, the German Club will be having a fundraiser on Thursday and Friday during all lunches. See them at the table outside the cafeteria for some candy and baked goods.
Next week, the freshman class will be holding a spring bake sale on April 3rd and 4th outside of the cafeteria right. All baked goods cost $1. Come and support all of these groups and enjoy some delicious treats.
From March 27th through the 31st, the Buddies Helping Buddies Club is selling Easter grams during all lunches. Please stop by the table to purchase a gram for yourself or a friend. The grams will be delivered during Block 1 on April 4th.
Now let's head over to Allison, who is looking at all the things Freedom is doing for mental health.
Hello Freedom, it's Allison. Recently, the old planetarium has been renovated into a new wellness center. And general variation groups across FHS are working hard to create a positive environment for all students. Groups like Avidum, SAD, and Buddies Helping Buddies meet throughout the year. Today, we're going to be talking to Lauren Kohler from the Wellness Center and Julia Sousa from Avidum to discuss the importance of mental health.
So the Wellness Center has recently been built. We just opened in February. We have students here who come for counseling, as well as we have small groups for different kinds of things such as anger management and vaping, and anxiety groups, as well as like healthy living groups. We have Mr. Hersick, who does Project Success, who meets with students for like grades and attendance as well. To come visit, you should talk to your guidance counselor first to see what kind of services you would need, and then we have a meeting about that, and then we decide with you what's best for you.
So Avidum is basically a club that we do after school. You can just come to Schmidt's room Tuesdays after school, and we just talk about anything we need to talk about. If we need to, we have some feelings we need to get out, and we make events and different things to help people feel open about talking about mental health. It basically just gives people a place to go to, people to talk to, and a shoulder to cry on if they need it. We hosted back in February the Talk. That was basically an event where a bunch of different kids from a bunch of different schools could come here and talk about breaking the stigma so that people feel comfortable with who they are and know that it's okay to not be okay.
Mental health is a big part of students' lives, and we are so happy that schools are finally helping students with this. Back to you, Catherine and Tegan.
Thanks, Allison. It's great to see how we are finding so many ways to help. Now let's head over to John and Connor for our Freedom Page Sports Update.
Thanks, Catherine and Tegan, and welcome back to your Freedom Page Sports Update. I'm John Roeder.
And I'm Connor Stefanik. This past weekend, Hayden Taylor went to states for diving. Congratulations, Hayden.
This week, our baseball and softball teams will host Becca and William Allen on Tuesday and Thursday. Boys tennis travels to East Stroudsburg North today, and then they'll travel to East Stroudsburg South on Wednesday. They'll finish off the week on Friday hosting Whitehall.
Your boys and girls lacrosse teams begin their season this week, with the boys hosting their season opener on Tuesday against Pleasant Valley, and the girls also play Pleasant Valley on Tuesday. Then they'll have their home opener against Southern Lehigh on Thursday, with the boys on the road. Both teams wrap up the week by playing Nazareth on Saturday.
The first track and field meet of the season takes place on Wednesday at Emmaus. Boys volleyball also opens their season tonight at Becca.
If you like listening to sports podcasts covering the NFL, NBA, MLB, and college basketball, be sure to go check out our podcast, Running Up the Score, out now on all podcast platforms. Check out our Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
This past week, March Madness just started. I know both of us here are super excited to watch the madness unfold this year. So Connor, who do you have winning this year's bracket?
I'm not really sure who will win this year. So I made quite a few brackets, but my main bracket has Bama winning it all. I think they really have that side of the bracket locked in, and the only teams I can see them beating them on that side are Duke, Baylor, or Marquette. What about yours?
I mean, personally, I actually have Kansas State beating Duke.
Wow, really?
I have a Kansas versus Kansas State final.
Oh, wow.
And so that should be exciting, but I mean, I have Kansas going back-to-back this year in the championship.
I don't know about that one. It's going to be a rough year, though.
If you want to learn more about our brackets, make sure you go check out our podcast and check it out.
That's it for your Freedom Patriots sports update. Back to you, Catherine and Tegan.
Thanks, John and Connor. This is the third week of Women's History Month. We would like to start off this week by displaying Patsy Takamoto Mink. She was a successful attorney in Hawaii and then became the first woman of color to be elected into Congress in 1965. After being elected, she fought for social welfare and civil liberties. She is a third-generation Japanese American and is the first Asian American woman to serve in Congress.
We will also be showcasing the accomplishments of Maya Angelou. She is an American memorist, popular poet, and civil rights activist. Chances are good that you've heard her work. Her best-known works are I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings and Still I Rise. They are still commonly quoted today to share her years of activism in the civil rights movement. She has been nominated for a Pulitzer Prize, a Tony Award, and 3 Grammys. We would like to thank you for joining us for another week. Before we say goodbye, make sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok at FHS Forum.
Thank you all for tuning in, and we hope you have a wonderful week.
Bye.